Hey folks, I'm ioEther and we're back with some more World of Tanks. As you can see, this is Danish Bacon. He's in his IS-7. This is a tier 10 game on Fiery Assailant. And he's got this thing 3 marked. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? Also, for reasons I can't understand, he's got an American flag and a German flag. He was led to believe he's from neither of those countries. So he'll have to tell us in the comments what is going on. Okay, so before we get into things, as always, how do you kill this tank? Well, it's not as easy as it might be, right? It doesn't look all that easy. Really, the only way from the front that you're going to pen this thing is the lower glacis. If he's got this thing covered up, then you're going to need upwards of 280 millimeters of pen to go through just the front, and upwards of 300 to go through the front of the turret. So yeah, if you can get to this, that's great. If you can't, hit him with some HE in the front, maybe, or the driver's hatch. You might be able to sneak a shell through the driver's hatch. You might be able to sneak an HE shell through the driver's hatch, but I wouldn't plan on being able to pen him there every time or anything like that. Now, if you can get above him, then all this armor here, between where right here, like there's a tiny little corner here, and then everything back here with the engine deck, that's all like 40 millimeters thick. So if you can get a little bit above him, then you can shoot down into that, and you'll have a fun day. On the side of the tank, if you're shooting at him like this, which is the angle they normally side scrape at, then don't bother shooting for any of this. It's not worth your time. And don't bother shooting for the lower glacis. Again, this thing turns into like almost 400 if he's side scraping effectively. So don't bother with this. It's not worth your time. But this section of his armor turns into about 200 millimeters, and you should be able to go through that quite easily. So just remember that when this thing starts side scraping, this front section becomes just the biggest bullet magnet possible. And that's where you want to be shooting. Also, when you're shooting at this thing from the side, do remember that this here is a spaced armor. Yeah, it looks like the flat side of his tank. There's nothing there. Well, actually, there's armor there. And then there's nothing on the inside of that armor except more armor. So don't shoot there. You're just going to ricochet down. And maybe you track him. Most likely, though, it just wastes your ammo and your time. And for whatever you do, don't shoot this section here from the front, because again, that's the same, like that. This is that spaced armor. You can see where the actual armor plating goes to. So if you shoot in this triangle here, you're just going to waste your ammo and your time. It's not going to do anything. You got to shoot up into this section here, basically where his cable lies. That is a great section. If you can shoot inside the cable, then you're going to hit a section of the tank that will actually do damage, assuming he's angled. If he's from the front, then again, you're going to need some great pen to go through there. Okay, let's get back into the game. So if you guys enjoy this game, please... The heck? Which I think is exactly what he says. But anyways, or something like he may not have used that word. But anyways, so if you guys like this game, please do hit the like button. As at the end of the week, whoever has the most likes on their video, like the star has the most likes, that person is the MVP for the week, and I will be sending them 500 gold. So if you think this replay is worth a little bit, then hit the like button, and we'll see what happens at the end of the week. Also, if you think I deserve more subscribers, then share this with your friends and clanmates. And that would be amazing, and thank you so much if you do that. What else? I guess before we get into this, I want to say a little bit about Patreon. If you guys are using, are coming here with without any ad blockers, then you might notice that my channel has not had any advertisements on for a long time. And that is supported by the patrons. So thank them if you see them, and if you want to join them, then there's a link in the description. If you don't, hit the thumbs up at least, right? That'd be great. Oh, look at that. We got targets to shoot at. I can fuss. I can stop filling time. Ooh, unfortunately, I'm not doing anything but getting shot, but not that does anything, because of course we're straight off the super strong side of the turret. Look at that angle on that turret. No, obviously it wasn't going to go through there. But the i7 tries again, because why not? Ooh, unfortunately not able to hit the T100 LT there. That would have been a nice bunch of damage. Unfortunately, it just didn't happen. I feel like there's something else I always say at the start of the games. I've just forgotten what it is. Ooh, there we go. That went through. Was that APCR? It was. You can see when he's shooting the standard ammo, he didn't have enough pen. Switch to APCR and he goes through, which is. And then he just walks up far enough that Bacon can put a nice round through him, and apparently spawned somebody else doing. I'm guessing the Leopard did some more damage to him, and now he backs off. Oh, I wonder why. Go ahead and just make his day harder. Okay. Ooh, yeah. As you can tell from the Badger, this is a wow. My wait, what? We have a. What do you do? I think he shot our E5 maybe. So he must be a persistent team damager in order to turn blue so fast, having done so little damage to the team. Though now we're getting hit by the auto-loading artillery, so we're going to be stuck in position. You can notice that Bacon is not using his repair kit for these hits. He's just soaking the damage and basically powering through it. You also notice most of the enemy team seems to be hunkered on the other side of the map. So if we... Ooh, unfortunately that didn't go in because it hit the ground. Snapshots in the i7 are not the best. The tank really needs to aim all the way in before you fire. But it is nice if you can hit something. Unfortunately, we haven't been hitting as much as we want to be. 121 running away. He's going to get into our sights and pulling the trigger. Nice 554 damage. And then he starts swerving now. Because after you get shot is when you want to start swerving there, 121. You couldn't possibly be swerving before. Ooh, nice shot into the lower plate. And that one went where we aimed it. This IS-7's about to die. And gets hit one more time by artillery. He's not going to be here. Or, of course, if Bacon decides to push up and over this ridgeline. So now, Bacon has a choice right now, and I'm going to talk a little bit about that. He can push up and over this ridge and take out this IS-7 if he wants to. He just has to fear what's back behind him. So we know that there's an IS-7, a Moss, a Badger, AMX, Type 5, and something else over here. So we can just go ahead and tick off things off the list of enemy teammates. No, the 121 is over here and the LT is over there. So it's feasible that he's got a Badger behind him right now. And maybe the AMX. Now the AMX is also possibly up here. So we can just kind of rule that out, because that's a favorite spot for the light tanks. And we haven't seen him doing any scouting lately. And an AMX back here is not going to do a whole lot anyway. So it's possible he's actually got a Badger behind him, or the Badger is over here. So because of that, Danish is going to have a really tricky decision as to whether or not he pushes over, fires HE into this guy. Actually, he doesn't have any HE, so he's not going to be firing HE into this guy. Pushes up, kills this guy, and then falls back. Or if he just tries to do what he's been doing all game, which is wait till this guy pushes up to fire something, shoot him, and then fall back. And both have advantages and disadvantages. The waiting thing is safer, but if your team gets overrun on the other side of the map while you're waiting to kill a low health enemy, then that's going to be really bad for you. Whereas if he pushes up and over, and it turns out there's a badger right here, he could very easily not be able to get back into cover and die on his way back after killing the IS-7. Assuming he, of course, kills the IS-7. So, it looks like he's going to take the safe way, and he's going to back off and let either artillery do the work, or... Oh, look at that. 121 does understand that... Oh, apparently we missed. I was expecting that to hit. So was Bacon, I'm sure. So he reloads. He's aiming for the back drive wheel. Fires and does track this guy. Immediately uses a repair kit. Our 261 takes out the IS-7. So we don't need to make that choice anymore. And blind fire unfortunately misses. But that's okay. The 121 has finally realized that maybe he shouldn't be hanging around in the open, where he can get shot by competent IS-7 drivers. Badger is, well, doing badgery things. It looks like, oh, actually, you know what? That might be the second Badger. I can only see a G, and for some reason I didn't realize it was a G until just now. So yeah, it looks like the two Badgers are over here. So I don't think there was ever anything behind him. Though he would have possibly got lit up to all these guys shooting at him, depending on whether or not they were paying attention. Why am I holding down the button that moves the mouse while I talk? It's because of my current clan, and I'm getting way too used to that. There's something I can't read the chat, so I can't go back and figure out what he's talking about. Oh, I see. For attempt team reporting for team damage. He's already blue. You don't actually need to report him. Reporting him at this point in time won't actually do anything. He's already blue. That's as much as the system will acknowledge until he continues to do team damage. In which case, the amount of time he turns blue for will slowly rack up, and the amount of time before he gets banned will ratchet down, and that will be good. Preferably he gets banned sooner rather than later. Nice shot. 121 again, apparently not quite learned his lesson. Do not sit in the open. I mean, at least sit in a bush with cover, but that's not what he was doing. Unfortunately not able to hit the LT as it raced along. That thing is nice and low profile, but apparently it wanted to drive in the open, and so what do you know, it died. So most of our team is packed up on this ridgeline because they have the mistaken belief that there is safety here. Also, they have the mistaken belief that they can shoot the enemy from there. The only thing it does is it means that most of the enemy is going to be facing this ridgeline, which of course has an E4 on it. You always want to be facing your armor towards the biggest enemy guns. So that means everybody up here is going to be shooting into enemy armor, whereas Bacon's the only one that's going to be shooting into his flanks. And well, I guess these guys, assuming they have shots, will also be shooting in the flanks. But I don't think this Badger has shots on this IS-7. He might have a shot on the E5 though. Is he gonna blind fire? Looks like he is. He pulls the trigger. That shot missed. I saw the little explosion as it hit the ground, unfortunately. So Bacon's already at 3,900 damage, and he's not done yet. Moving up, he fires on the move and hits a Badger. That was well done. Now he's looking at dueling with the... No, I thought he was going to go duel with the enemy IS-7. He's going to use the wreck as cover, maybe? Stop doing the opposite of what I say you're going to do. It makes me look silly. Yeah, because I totally care about that. Oh, look at that, punching rounds through the front of Badger. That's actually easier said than done. With my Super Conqueror, Super Conqueror, even the gold rounds, I can only pen its lower plate. So that thing is just, I can't wait to see an armor view model of that thing, so I can start figuring out how to kill it, because I haven't actually taken a look at one of those yet. All I know is if you have less than 300 pen, the lower plate is a 50-50 thing, and it's annoying. So he is now engaged. So he's in a really interesting position, because he's engaged with a battle with this IS-7. And you can clearly see that this every time this IS-7 angles to engage these guys, Dash just shoots him in the side. He's got teammates over here. There's a Type 5 Heavy just over that ridgeline. There's a Badger back there. There's an AMX-30B back here. There is an artillery. And there's an AMX-13105, which is actually quite possibly still up here in this area, assuming it was ever there in the first place. Nothing is shooting Bacon right now. They're all still concentrating on these guys over here, and they've left Bacon alone, completely on their side of this hill, where he'd be in the open, assuming they ever came over here to check. And so it's just giving him free shots. Okay, as I say that, he gets hit by artillery. It is an autoloader, so he's going to hit it again, we assume. He's not going to be able to move very far, but again, there's big things right behind him that are just overlooking him in order to shoot at other things. And again, yep, look at that. 13105 was in that spot the entire game, right up until the bitter end when his team died away and he ran away. I understand why he was doing that, but at the same time it didn't really help his team. It didn't help his chances of winning. MX-30B is doing his best to survive, but when you get surrounded, it ain't gonna happen. Leaving the Badger gets taken out by artillery. Artillery's been on the ball today. Both ours and theirs have been doing quite well, as somebody tries to get himself shot by running between a fully loaded IS-7 and its target. That Leopard is the one that shot us at the start. I don't even know why. I don't think he explained in chat or anything. Did someone see something in chat? Because I definitely didn't. But look at that. 9,000 combined damage plus 2,000 damage blocked by armor. Unfortunately, not enough kills to team up with somebody for a Brothers in Arms, but still, well done. Mastery Badge First Class, Spotter, Fire for Effect, Bruiser, High Caliber, and a Confederate Medal. Well done. That's a lot of credits, a lot of experience, and he gets 21 bonds out of this. Wow. Yeah, that was worth it, I think. Well done. There's like so far, like, I mean, you can actually combine the next two in top damage done, and you won't equal his damage done. I mean, that's insane. But well done, sir. For 1,300 experience, this is what you have to do. But it's still not enough for an ace tanker and IS-7. No, this is only enough for this is only enough for a first class medal. And with all the credits he made, unfortunately, he still doesn't make any money off this game because of the fact that he ran so much gold. Wow. He was, look at that, first victory of the day, ×3, which is why he earned so much experience. But still, even with a base premium account, that was almost 2,000 experience. And well done. This was a great game, and definitely worth it to watch. Thank you so much, Bacon, for showing us one of the great ways you can use this IS-7, and one of the great ways you can play Fiery Assailant. You don't just have to roll heavies up onto that hill anymore. you can be more aggressive with them and put them in different positions, assuming you know how to use them and can use them right. Now, I'm sorry for the weird output of the, like, I know this isn't the normal way I do the battle reports. That's because of the fact that this is a different website that's using this other than WoT replays. For some reason, Bacon just couldn't get it up on the WoT replay. So I do like the fact this has the 1.8 on it, and actually this stuff right here is kind of nice as well. But yeah, so again, if you guys think that Bacon should earn some gold for this game as well as all the awesomeness, then go ahead and hit the thumbs up. If you think I deserve more subscribers, then please share this. And if you guys want to help support the channel, then even something as small as $1 would be amazing through Patreon. As this is an ad-free channel, and so the only way that this channel is supported is through Patreon. So thank you very much for that. Thank you again to all my Patreon supporters. I don't thank you guys nearly enough. You guys do keep this channel going, and yeah, thank you all. Have a great day, and I will see you later. This is ioEther out.